Yes, happy Monday. Happy, let's see, is it the 27th? I love that sometimes I just don't even know what day it is because just another day to have a good day, right? I am back from Arizona. I was really surprised that 2 hours of a time change was that dramatic for me, but I'm feeling good today, up and at it. And I have a few notes that I just wanted to chat about. So, why were we in Arizona? Tarl and Alec and the executive team flew in 100 of the top leaders. So we had a room full of 100 diamonds at corporate for 2 days. And sitting there with Alec, Tarl, Stuart, Ashley, and a whole, group of other people in the Plexus office, it just always, when I go to corporate, it just is this like renewed sense of like a deep breath, feeling like I'm home. I'm definitely where I should be. And I think that's what convention can do for a lot of people. I feel like this like dose of belief and motivation and feeling like once again in the right place at the right time, the right company and all of the things. It was a really, really good time. I mean, obviously, my extrovert love tanks were filled up since I have not done much of anything since the car accident. So it definitely was something that felt good to be a part of. But one of the things that really struck me that I kind of just want to chat with you guys about here as we're getting towards the end of the month is obviously they wanted to, cast the vision for what the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, and then 18 years looks like. I mean, mapped out all the way to like you know, Vision 30 for like what does the first 30 years of Plexus look like? What is our legacy? Who are we impacting? And it really got me thinking about that visual because I love a good visual about roadmaps. And so understanding that yes, there is, when you set a goal and you like put that end destination into your GPS, um, you're going to get there, but it's the road and the stops along the way, those details that sometimes we can either get off track or we're not putting enough of those stops with the check marks for where we are going. So just for an example, if that is a rank, so let's say that rank is gold, which is 100 pay points. You just say, well, obviously, if I just recruit people and they're all 6 points each, 100 divided by six, you can do that math. But understanding that the small steps along the way are going to be eventually what gets you there. So as we're in this end of month, but also just in general with our Plexus journeys, it was a really just good reminder and a refresher to me to think about how did I get here where I am. And I think sometimes just because, I mean, I'm almost 16 years in now, sometimes I think I forgot when I was reflecting in the hotel. I had forgotten that the first 4 years of my journey, I mean, I was so determined. Like that goal was set, and I knew like by the day I need this many orders. When I had Hudson's due date and I knew I want to be Emerald by the time he is delivered, it was a March 15th hard cutoff. And I knew I needed 1,500 pay points. And I literally charted it out and wrote it on an index card. I need 5 points every single day for the next 151 days. I vividly remember writing that on a card. And so everything that I did when I sat down at my desk and had that note card like literally taped up to my computer, I knew that the check marks along the way, my GPS, the roadmap was I am going to do all of the actions necessary to get that back then 5 pay points, one new level one every single day. And if I did not achieve that goal, what action steps can be put into place so that collectively there are people running alongside with me so that that goal could be achieved. So obviously, as my team started growing and we had kind of started snowballing, the 5 points per day, every day for 151 days didn't have to be just me. And those 5 points would show up as a level 2 or a level 3 or a level 4. And we averaged that growth. And that month before, so it would have been February, we added 550 new VIPs that month to push over from Senior Ruby to Emerald for March. I was a paid Emerald in March when Hudson was delivered. And thinking back to that, I'm like, oh my gosh, are my action steps today and each of the days that I choose to work my Plexus business, are those the action steps that are walking out this path on this road, this journey to what I want my destination to be? I truly and passionately believe that we need the long-term vision, like the long-term goal. So for me, once I had the vision that I'm in the right place, this is where I want to be, and I'm going all in with network marketing, I knew I wasn't going to stop until I was the top rank. Emerald was like that stepping stone, but I knew like diamond is where I want to be. And everything that I mapped and charted out on the way was that long-term vision. Well, obviously, that quote, how do you eat an elephant? And it's one bite at a time. You have to have the baby steps along the way that will get you there. So today, I just really want you guys to think, one, what is that ultimate? Like when you said yes to Plexus, and it could have been that you joined for the products and then you decided to come in and you're like, you know what, this really is an opportunity for me and I need to make $500 a month, so I can go on vacations with my family, or I'd like to make $1,000 a month because I need to help with 2 bills for our family, or I do want to be Emerald because I think the Lexus car program and the trips to Mexico and Hawaii, and all the things that come with that, approaching 6-figure salary, is something that sounds really, really amazing. So what is that long-term vision or goal? But then also, where are you now? And I really feel like a lot of us need to be reminded to say, okay, we're going to put that destination in our GPS and it's going to map out this plan for us. But what are the daily action steps that we could be taking right now today to help us move and hit those smaller steps along the way to getting to our goal? And so when I was kind of getting all sentimental being at corporate and thinking about the beginning of my journey, I want you guys to know and understand, I was a nurse. I had no idea that I had even joined network marketing. I just wanted to get it for the cheapest price so John wouldn't get mad at me. And so once I realized, okay, this is network marketing, this is a legitimate business opportunity, this is a way for me to work from home, I went all in. But I had to learn the skills and learn the steps and figure out what the actions were. What were going to be those income producing activities that were going to help me to move forward? And it's going to be different for everyone depending on what you bring to Plexus. We all have life experiences, careers, jobs, skills, personalities, natural personality traits, leadership strengths. We all bring something different. But early on, I remember thinking to myself, there's got to be a way to figure out how to be successful at this. And that's when I started reading books and seeking out mentors and figuring out, okay, what are the basic network marketing activities that I need to learn how to do. I need to, learn really good communication. I need to learn how to invite. I need to understand what it looks like to share and grow. The personal growth and development piece early on, specifically from start to emerald, was just this massive fire hose of consuming any book or podcast or anything that I could get my hands on to know and understand and build my belief in what network marketing is. And I became so unstoppable in my passion and belief for this is legit. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. You're either with me or get out of my way, because we're going to the top. And as you're listening, and obviously, those of you that are on, or if you're watching this recording, I just really want you to think about that for a minute. Do I have unshakable belief that this is where I'm supposed to be? And if not, are there ways that I can increase my belief or fuel my belief? And I'm telling you guys, 15 years in, I still walk around. My husband was picking on me the other day. He's like, why are there just AirPods laying everywhere? So I have 2 pairs of AirPods that I earned from Plexus, more than that, but I've given some to my boys and stuff like that. And every day I put 1 AirPod in, and while I'm picking up, doing whatever, running, around, I am always feeding my brain with personal growth and development, whether it's something spiritual or network marketing specific or just belief building. I am always feeding my brain and staying in that learning and growing season always. And so when my AirPod dies, I'll just set it down on the counter, and then I'll go get the other one and put the other one. And so John's always like randomly picking up one single dead AirPod all over the house, because I've just made that a part of my life, knowing that that's what I need to do. I just finished, Ryan Serhant has 3 books, and I finished those 3, and one of them was about selling and follow up, and one of them was about how you can brand yourself to stand out from the crowd, and then one of them was just called Big Money Energy, just about how you showing up as the best version of yourself so that you can achieve the goals that you want and where you want to go. So that was really good. The Big Money Energy by Ryan Serhant was amazing. All of that to be said, though, did I give up American Idol? Yes. Did I give up Survivor? Yes. Early on in those first 4 years, I was so laser focused on what was punched into my GPS, where I'm going, and figuring out, grinding, how am I going to be successful? How am I going to make this happen? So you might be thinking to yourself, I don't know what to do or where to go. Well, the good news is I'm here to help guide and direct you and lead you, and we'll keep showing up. And I'm always here for you guys to help you with that. But the second thing is, I want you to think about, where do I want to be and where am I now? And whatever that difference is, what are 2 or 3 specific key actions that I can, will, and need to be doing to move that needle forward to get to that baby steps? And I would just venture to say, everyone here on this call and listening to the recordings needs to talk to more people, and needs to have conversations with more people, and needs to invite more people to take a look. Now, that's no pressure. That's not saying I want you to be, cold messaging 100 people and, being something that you don't feel comfortable being. That's not the case at all. But when was the last time you said, hey, I'm not sure if you know what I do, but if I could share with you how I'm able to supplement my income or work from home, would you be open to hearing a little bit about what I do? I don't ask that question enough. I have 5,000 Facebook friends and, another 20,000 people following me and just on Facebook. And I don't ask that question even once every day. Imagine what would happen if I asked 3 people every day, 5 days a week, to take a look at either the products or the opportunity that has changed my life for the last 15 years. Where would I be? So I want you to ask yourself, what are 3 things that I personally can control and get into action with? Can I host a messenger event and invite people who have said, tell me more, but have not actually ordered? Can I host an informational event that just says, can I share my story and invite you to take a look at what I do? Are there any specific things? Can I sit down and truly engage with and interact with 10, 20, 50 people today? And just start the conversations. More than half of the conversations that I am in right now are just to love on people and be a good friend and care about them. And sometimes it'll turn to plexus, sometimes it won't. But just having more conversations is just a great thing to do. I do think an engaging post on social media is helpful. Remember, less than 7%, and I would venture to say less than 5% of any of your people that you're connected to on social media are actually seeing what you post. I got on Facebook the other day and I'm seeing posts from April 9th. Today's the 27th. I'm like, well, what good does it do now for me to see a post from April 9th? But the algorithm and whatever Meta decides to show you, I mean, I'm going to go all out. I'll probably make 3 to 5 posts every day for the next 3 days to finish out this month, whether it's engaging posts, asking people questions, sharing more pictures of my food, and weave in some Plexus stuff with that. But are you posting consistently every single day? That is a free platform to be able to share. It's just one of those things where I believe that we can use that as a billboard for our lives and for what we do. The purple post that I made, I have sent a million messages out with one of my links to my YouTube videos. Unfortunately for me, it is 100% all current Plexus people. So it's not going the way I hoped as far as creating new conversations or engagement. But who knows? Maybe that will change up my algorithm enough that other people will see my stuff that maybe would not have before. But kind of to wrap this up, and then if you guys have any questions, we can go from there. But the first thing you have to do is decide, why am I here and where am I going? Write that down. And it doesn't have to be an index card taped to your computer, but you better believe that when I knew that I needed 5 points every single day for 151 days to be a paid emerald by the time I gave birth to my third baby, that was enough of a goal to create a strong enough vision for this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to get it done. You guys are probably seeing some of these teams who do these countdowns. I need 443 more orders to hit diamond or whatever the case might be. That's that visual of putting that out there and creating that focus and accountability for I'm going to do what I need to do to get this done. So the first thing is you have to decide and commit to what that is going to be, whatever that looks like for you. And then the second thing is you have to get into action. It's great to have a goal or a dream or just say it'll be nice when, or I hope that, but that's not ever going to happen unless this is what we're going to do, the action I'm going to take. I'm going to have 10 new reach outs, 10 new conversations, 2 new social media posts, and a messenger event today. Those are the actions that will be those baby steps on your road towards your goals and your future. And all of that to be said in 15 and a half years of being here and then getting back from yet another amazing trip to corporate, I am so rock solid in my belief that this company is different and special in all of the right ways. And we absolutely have the tools and the products and everything that we need to be successful. And that's where we have to say, where do I want to go and how am I going to get there? But what can I control and what am I going to do? Maybe I do need to read a book or listen to a podcast or just sit my butt in a chair and do the dang invites, which is where I admit I am going to be the next few days. So whether it's the water bottle that you haven't earned yet, or you want to help somebody go silver so they can get the double fast start bonuses and you can get the sponsor bonuses, or whatever that case might be. Maybe you want to, I was talking with a few people, we really want to kind of figure out like, what is that drive? Like if you are highest achieved rank senior silver, and you were to look at your back office today and you're at 37 pay points, let your brain work for you being so powerful as to say, well, I might not hit gold, which you could still in 3 days hit gold, but at least let me make sure that I'm going to do all of my customer care, all of my follow up, all of my reach out so that I at least maintain my highest achieved rank of senior silver or gold or senior gold or whatever that case might be. Sometimes it's in those just small actions that close that gap. Like maybe my goal was senior gold and I know I'm not going to get there, but I can enroll 3 and that's an achievable goal on my path there. Does that make sense? I think a lot of times people set a goal and when they feel like they're not going to reach it, then they just say, never mind, I guess it'll happen next month or I'll try again next month. Don't let the next 3 days happen without having an actionable, doable, smaller goal that will still be one baby step forward on that path. Kind of closing the gap to that bigger goal. So I hope this was helpful. And I'm going to stop the recording. And then if you guys have any questions or comments, we can go from there. And I'm really worried that none of that recorded, but we'll see. Hold on.